All right, I'll introduce. I am an investor in SHM Controls, and the thing that I particularly like about this product, this company, and the opportunity is this was actually born out of a need that Oda needed to solve for himself personally, found created a solution for it, and discovered there's this a lot of need and desire from other property owners and managers for a product like this. It's definitely a great green tech product, and being that's in my space. So anyway, I'll let you tell the rest of the story, Oded.
Thanks. What he said, yeah, that's it. So hi, my name is Oded. I'm the CEO of SHM Controls, and what we do is a smart HVAC controllers for apartment buildings and offices and schools that reduces energy consumption considerably. The point, this is an industrial product, not a consumer product. It's not for houses, it's for buildings. So for decades, apartment building owners, office building owners and such have been overpaying for energy. Many of them know that. They have no idea how to solve it. Now we do. And the reason that I know about that, this reasons we're behind, is because I myself happen to be also an apartment building owner. However, I'm also an engineer. A few years ago, after I moved on from a previous startup, I started to acquire and operate buildings. And then, of course, I had that problem that gas was huge, the largest expense. Couldn't find a solution, and I did what engineers do. I built my own. And it looked then like that. Today it looks, maybe Steve will show you the latest version of this that just came out. We have 50 in them ready right now. It looks much nicer, and screen coming off. So 2 years down the road, a friend came to me and said, you know what, let's take it to market. Sure. So build a presentation. The very first place I presented was actually here in VANTEC. It was 90 seconds and never came back to give a full presentation. It was dragged by others. And so we did the first round, raised, including Mike Volker and Watif came in twice, installed 20 buildings in Vancouver. As you could see, they saved quite nicely. And then did another round. Kiretsu came in, more cities, including in the States. And 3 weeks ago, we installed in Iowa first 5 installations, and next week another 5, or 6 and 5, 11 altogether. I'll talk about that in a second. Let's look a second at the installation in Syracuse, New York. It's a very cold place, as you know. It's the snowiest place in North America. We arrived in February last year. Red means working. All boilers were working. It was pretty cold. 3 days later, we took over the control. We started to actively control the boilers, and look what happened. I think the slide is a bit squished, but about 40% less, although the day was quite a bit colder. In April, only 11%. So it works, and it works well. And the guy wants to invest in us right now. Those are the savings. As you can see, in March it was 34%, April 46%, in May it was about 28%, and of course that's what it saves. In the summer and the winter it won't save much. That's not all, electricity as well. And this is again a little device, you can see it here, same thing, that goes into the thermostats and allows us to control all individual thermostats like those you see here on the walls, and basically control them all at once as one big network. Same idea. This is was for a family office with buildings. Oh, it's not there. All right. How do we make money? It's a SaaS model, a software as a service, monthly fee, upfront fee, and minimum term. So basically, some customers prefer to pay more upfront and then less monthly. Others prefer to pay almost nothing upfront and then more monthly. And all can decide how long is the minimum term. So they always get at least a return on investment within the first year. And this is always almost happens, which is again very rare. How do you make money? Those that invested in us already, thank you so much, and those that want or will. We prefer, of course, exit by acquisition. A few are listed here, including Bits2, that is from Burnaby actually, that did the same exit, similar industry, and one of their advisors joined our advisory board. One of their investors invested in us last year. So we'll use that. The market is huge. We calculated the market is about $110 billion just in Canada and the US. So we intend to go right after that market. Who are we competing on that market with? Well, there are the big companies on the left side, lower, but they are in gray because they're not really a competitor. They're in the industry, in the space, but they're not making anything similar to that. That is very low cost, about $7,000 up front. All their controllers are typically $50,000 200,000 and up. On the top right, you see the small companies like Antic, NVO, even Pepco from New York. They are competing with us, but all of them are small like us. They have like 100 installations, 50 installations, and the market is huge with over 2 million potential installations just for gas in the US and Canada. How do we go to that market? Well, partnerships, strategic partners and distribution partners. Strategic partners, family offices like the one in Syracuse, New York. Those are small organizations, family offices that own a lot of real estate. And on the left side, you see a partnership that we signed with the company from Iowa, that's the installation, that delivers service like ours to schools. They have 2,300 schools. We started with, as I said, 6 2 weeks ago, 5 next week. Next week. And they want to go with about 5 to 10 every month, starting about April. That's why we have the new controller and coming more. And Advise is in Cincinnati. They want to sign a partnership, exclusive agreement for the entire state of Ohio. So that's how we go quickly to the market. And here's what we have lined up already. What I just mentioned, 2,300 schools. That's a huge pipeline for the next few years, if you can even do that. 100 a year is great. The city of West Vancouver wants us to put in all their schools. We installed in one. They like it. They want us to replace one of the big players there. All right. What we're looking for, we already have paying customers, we have post-revenue, we have many orders to fulfill, we need money to fulfill those orders. We are in scale-up mode, we are seeking $1 million US, we fulfill about 650 out of that, so looking to get about 350 more, closing March the 1st, minimum $25,000. Thank you so much for listening. By the way, those are sensors.
Can we have that stay on the screen, the offer? Can that slide stay on the screen?
Can you pass it down, please?
Yeah, Vlad has a question.
Hi, my question is simple. You said it's not for houses. The reason is a price point, or what is it?
No, it won't. Well, price. It won't be beneficial to houses to buy something for that. But also the whole idea of the waste, and in the other side, the saving, is when you have a central heating system, like here, for example. It's a central heating system that heats many places. One owner or one entity pays the bills, but many others are using it. So that is a specific situation where the algorithm improves on. When you have a house, when you care for how much you spend, you'll turn off the heat if you pay too much. In an apartment building, it doesn't happen.
Or just looking at your offering, so you're looking for a minimum of 25,000 US.
Correct.
The pref shares, are they convertible into common?
If you want, but they are better than common. They're anything that common are plus.
No, I understand that. But
if you insist, no problem.
But what I'm getting at is, what is the conversion rate of the prefs?
Yeah. So there is no conversion per se. They are anything like common and more. So
Okay.
they are always better than common.
Okay, so they're paying a dividend?
They're not paying dividend. Oh, you know what? I don't remember. You know what? This I don't remember. They don't? No, they don't.
Okay.
No.
So
You have preference over dividend, over anything like that, but they don't pay specifically dividend that common do not.
but they at the decision of the investor could be convertible into common shares.
They will have to at any future date when there is that type of either transaction, M&A, or even IPO, then they will have to be. But yeah.
Do we know the conversion rate?
No.
Okay.
No. Correct.
It doesn't have to be convertible. No, I'm not.
Okay.
They don't have to be convertible, is what you're
Yeah, exactly.
saying. It's an acquisition.
Yeah. They don't, like Mark said, they don't have to be convertible because it's not a convertible debt. They are shares, it's acquisition, they're all being bought, all of them.
Yeah, but they have to represent a percentage of the company to have any value in a takeover.
Yes, they have the same thing as regular shares, just you have beneficially standing ahead of the other common shares when there's any kind of liquidation or dividend.
Okay, one more question. Yes, in the back.
Do you have any IP patents on the device?
Yes.
And can you tell us a little about the revenues that you are getting right now?
Yes. So we have 5 patents, 2 on the heating algorithm, 2 on the domestic hot water algorithm, and one on the actually, you didn't see the graphic layout of the screen, but the actual screen graphic layout in US and Canada. As for the revenue, first year we made $16,000. Second year it went to 30, and it was combined together. And then we have about 85 last year, and this year is expected to be about 150.